What's going on, guys? This is Jason the Ball Political. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I'm just the man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. This is a video that I find really fucking interesting, and I want to share it with you guys, so let's get into it.
I'm sorry, why the fuck am I seeing so many white women on Twitter posting photos of themselves doing the Nazi salute? What the fuck is that? What the fuck are you doing? As a white woman, I think it is our responsibility to say that you look fucking terrible.
Now, for the last 3 days, this is something that I've been noticing as well. And don't get me wrong, typically, like, you got those people, like, I was saying it to people well, not recently, but I was saying it when it was happening like 3 months ago. I was like, have you guys noticed the fucking explosion of far right, content of full Nazi fucking ads where they try to fucking like they're trying to pretend that under Nazism, America would be a better place type shit. And the craziest thing is, typically it would piss me off, and then like eventually I just, blacked it out. Like I just zoned it out. But I noticed that there was this eerie silence from the right, the supposed MAGAs, right? The supposed pro-America groups, right? And don't get me wrong, it's not all of them, of course it's not, but there's this weird fucking silence among them where they're seeing people that don't that's never considered themselves MAGA, that never considered themselves pro-American, that never considered themselves any of these things, right wing or common sense or conservative, and they're following them in lockstep with their where they're heading towards their Nazism, their fascism, and these are not fucking buzzwords. These is what these people are, right? And it's again, there's this fucking weird eerie silence from these people because as far as they're concerned, the only time that they blow they ring the horn, they whistle, right? The only time that they do this is when they see the left doing it. This is how I sat there and I just said, you know what, even solidified it even more. Both of you motherfuckers on both sides are retarded. Both of you people on both sides are bad people because you cannot vet the imposters. You cannot vet the bad actors. And they even said that they were going to infiltrate the right and destroy it. And you know what? You let a gay Mexican Nazi frog take over your fucking movement. So I don't even look at the right as the better of the two anymore. I really don't. And so again, this is refreshing hearing it from a woman who's not who seems to be at least well adjusted in this to see that this is fucking terrible. And it's crazy that this is the first fucking video that we have seen that has come across me. This is the first time that I've seen this. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen people come out and say something, and it's literally like three out of like fucking 40. 3 out of 40. So you'll have 3 out of like 40 times of just like the most disgusting fucking shit that they can sit there where again they don't like Jews, but the irony is that 80% of Jews share European ancestry, which is hilarious to me. They don't like Spanish people. They don't like fucking Asians. The funniest thing, they don't like Asians either. They just don't like any other group. And then they'll sit there and claim the Irish and the Italians are now their brothers until they close ranks. Anyway, let's continue.
With these like quirky captions, like I don't even really know what I'm doing with my arm. Who do you think you're fooling? What right wing incel man are you trying to impress? That man does not care if you live or die.
And the fun fact about that is a majority of these people, these cosplaying Nazi types, are people who have not paid a bill in their lives. They live with their parents. They're either out of shape or disgusting. What do I call meat when I cut it and it's not for consumption? I call it trash pieces, right? And they're not trash pieces because they just got the fucking unfortunate draw out of the lottery. They're trash pieces because they're trash, right? They are individuals who they believe that women, again, because the funniest thing is for all of these liberated boss bitch women who want to sit there and they want to they want to have the Wonder Woman twirl, but do none of the Wonder Woman work, but they want to claim independence. The funniest thing they always rally and chameleon behind, and chameleon meaning they don't believe in the shit, but they'll conform to it because it's the trend. They will sit there and rally behind the latest trend. And the latest trend right now, if you're on Twitter, right? Because I don't think it's really in the real world. It's not. Though eventually we will see it seep into the real world. They wish it was really in the real world, but it's not. The trend right now is far right nationalism, Nazism, all of that shit. So you're gonna have the girls trying to be unique and quirky. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna try to get behind it.
And yet, what? You're gonna post something that makes you look edgy and different when actuality it's deeply evil to its core and morally bankrupt. And I think you know that. You just don't care. And not only is that something that only a terrible person would do,
Haven't we said that before? When you got bad people, when you got evil people watching bad people do bad things, and then they sit there and they turn and flip and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be bad." No, you were always bad. You were always bad. In fact, you were worse. You were evil because you sat there and you watched it happen and decided to do the same exact thing. You're worse than the supposed nons that you consider animals. Insane, nasty work.
it's also fucking embarrassing. You look embarrassing. Fix whatever it is you need to fix about yourself and stay off of Twitter.
Again, this woman right here, she may not be perfect, but she seems like a well-adjusted individual who is seeing the bullshit and calling it out. And I do it plenty as well, and we need more people like that. We need people to straight up be like, look, we can acknowledge that what is happening and wherever the fuck it's happening, it is fucking bad, and we need to do something about it. 100%. But sitting there and you sitting there and you're just gonna group all groups of fucking people that you claim are not you, and you're just gonna sit there and just be like, oh, you're lesser than, and this, you're worse than the supposed savages. Which one's worse, right? And the funniest thing is, somebody posted that she got to be careful because whites are gonna sit there and they're gonna try to say that she's Jewish. And there's 11 comments under this post, and I commented on it, and out of the 11 comments there's only 3 or 4 comments out of the fucking 11 of actual substance. The other comments come from accounts of either rage baiting accelerationist accounts that's been made in the last 2 years, because of course they are, or like, you know what I'm saying. And it's I've seen comments telling her shut the fuck up, get back in the kitchen. I've seen accounts, oh, she's a coon defender. It's like, yes, a person who is using a word that they don't even know the fucking meaning to. And of course, this is not a black person using the word coon in the wrong fucking sense or whatever the fuck it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, just trying to be as disrespectful as possible. The fact of the matter that the person even used the word coon is because he's so not used to trying, like, in terms of dealing with a white person, right, who's speaking up and, basically doing the right thing and telling people, you're morally fucking bankrupt doing shit like this. White women, they don't even know how to engage with this, so they're just using any word that sounds like it could hurt the person. I've seen another comment sitting there saying, what was it again? You should see the shit anyway. That's the video. Shit, I mean, we can look at we can look at the comments if we really want to. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if we can find any
Let's not
comments past this. And it's, again, and this is what she was saying about the fucking people who they don't care whether you live or die. And a lot of these fucking people, a lot of these neo Nazis, these gay frog people, right? Their leader said dating a woman dating a woman is gay. Their gay leader said that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their members aren't even white. A lot of their fucking members don't even are scarred by women. Don't get me wrong, women. You had some part to do with that, but legit hate women. Right? She's dating a black guy. Other white girl jumps in, an anti-Semitic, and she sits there and she says, I forgot what she said. I know Pearl Davis jumped in, another white woman. And she told the other girl, she was like, you literally just sat there and said that your husband gave you HPV or warts in your vagina or some shit. And the other girl jumped in, and said, and you suck black dick. I hate to break it to you, and I know probably the ladies aren't going to tell you this. A lot of white women have sucked black dick at this point. If they are of the age of 30, It hasn't just been whites. Even if they don't like blacks, even if they don't like Spanish or Muslims, at some point there has been a shade of gray, a shade of gray, 50 shades of gray of some type of dick that was not Aryan, sorry, kosher, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in her mouth or whatever the fuck it is. So it again, it's so fucking stupid. Now, mind you, the people who reacted to that comment said, "I'd rather her have warts because warts are treatable than being a coal burner." So you are just a STD connoisseur. White woman, I don't love racism. White woman, oh my god, you must be a mud shark. Cuck. So, do we know if she's a neurodivergent or has ADHD? Most women have some type of mental health issues. It's just something you got to get used to. She's dating a black guy. Shut the fuck up with your dumb ass. Nazis are bad, but Zionists are even worse. I don't fucking care. Well, that explains everything. Tyrone, the toll man, will soon make sure the toll is paid. I guess. Meanwhile, Caucasian birth rates are plummeting. Maybe stop worrying about black dick and focus on yourself. That's okay. 421 likes for a picture of Hitler. Account made 2 years ago. Okay. How did she manage to be bring? I'm sorry. How did she manage to be bring a man into this? What are you talking about? See again, this is the shit right here that this is why this is so funny. And the reason why this is so funny is because if you just go outside, just like the woman said, just go outside, get the fuck off Twitter. This shit does not exist. This shit does not exist, right? Because the second that this shit exists, what ends up happening is they get this shit pushed in by every other race, including their own, and then they'll sit there on TV talking about some words shouldn't be words. You shouldn't be punched in the mouth for saying words. Okay, all right. Mud shark alert. I'm not listening to the longhouse hour squawking. Girls wanting to get married. Throw Romans. Nigga, what? It's fun to piss these sensitive idiots off. I don't want to take advice from whores that sound and look like her. How do you know that she's a whore? This is what I'm talking about right here, right? Any fucking woman who is sitting there and they're pandering to these Aryan types are the same fucking women that scream about misogyny, X, Y, and Z. Same fucking women. The second you disagree with the Nazi types, they're calling you a whore, a mud shark, a traitor, all of this other shit. Why would you even want to deal with that? Say forbid you end up fucking with one of these Nazis and you end up breaking up with them. What do you think is going to happen? How do you think they're going to treat you? How did the Nazis treat women? Again, man, whatever. Whatever, because I can say some shit. She's either a mud shark or a Jew. Either way, face the wall. Those are their people. Again, I feel bad for white people who have to deal with that shit just as much as I feel bad for my own group of people that are making all of us look fucking bad. Because there's this weird fucking silence, or the voices are not loud enough that condone this type of shit. All the woman said was, it is morally bankrupt to do that. That's all she said. That's all she said.